What up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. This week, we're reviewing Volcanic Peppers Corny Chipotle. Did I say corny or horny? I forgot which one.
Man, you corny!
The company, we reviewed it recently, is Volcanic Peppers. It was founded by Timothy Bader, who started the company after he started growing chilies and just decided to jump into the sauce game. The city it's out of is Bellevue, Nebraska. It's a suburb of Omaha. Omaha is one of the cities that was on the forefront of the farm to fork movement. It is also the home of Berkshire Hathaway. Famous people include the founders of Berkshire Hathaway, which are Warren Buffett, who I just read an article today, just saying how his performance is kind of it's ridiculous compared to other people who are in the market. And of course, his partner Charlie Munger. The two complement each other well, and I think that's why they've been so successful. Let's now look at the packaging. So in the packaging itself, you see it's a red label. It's got the outline of the state of Nebraska and corn. The nickname for the state of Nebraska is the Cornhusker State. If you look at University of Nebraska, their colors are red and white. There's no reason to think that this is not inspired by that. On here it says it's a medium heat. It has a little description here. It says, Corny Chipotle is a Nebraska original. Just like volcanic peppers, with Mexican street corn in mind, we blend roasted sweet corn with our in-house smoked red jalapeno to bring you a creamy, savory sauce that complements Mexican food, pizza, breakfast foods, wings, sandwiches, and much more. Enjoy. Those are some interesting ingredients. If you've ever had Mexican street corn, or also known as elotes, you know that it's an incredible flavor, and I'm hoping that this tastes like that. That'd be kind of incredible. So the ingredients include roasted corn, smoked red jalapeno, lime juice, vinegar, water, garlic, butter, salt, sugar, fresh cilantro, spices, and xanthan gum. So yeah, elotes, or roasted street corn, basically just corn cut from the cob. You should put butter, lime, tahini, or some other type of chili powder. And then here's where it gets controversial. Some people like to use mayonnaise as well. I say no mayo. I don't mind it, but I say no mayo because you already got the bitterness from you get the tartness from the lemon, and then you get the smoothness from the butter. So I think putting in mayo is a little overkill, but some people swear by it. Whatever. Since we're being corny already, let's go ahead and stay in that same vein with the special ingredient, corn. So first of all, corn originated in Mexico, and it is known also as either maíz or maize. It comes from the word for the indigenous. The indigenous people in that region call it maíz. Corn comes in multiple colors. It's not just yellow. It comes in reds, browns. You know, there's quite a variety. Corn is a very interesting vegetable / fruit / grain. So let me explain that. So it is a starchy vegetable, much like potatoes. So it has a high sugar content like potatoes do. But the kernels can also be milled, dried and milled, to be a flour. It's also a fruit because it comes from a seed from a plant. So it is all at once a vegetable, a grain, and a fruit. And I've always said that corn is so different from any other food stuff on the planet that, I don't know, it might as well be alien, right? It's just different. I'm not one of those conspiracy theorists that it's like aliens, man. I'm not one of those guys, but I mean, it's just fascinating how there's not very many vegetables out there like this. And because of the high sugar content, it could also be turned into a syrup. Ever heard of corn syrup? Exactly. Corn is also not only a food, it's also used in cosmetics, it's used in antibiotics, and it's even used in fireworks. An interesting fact about corn is it has an even number of rows per ear of corn. So it's interesting. I don't know who measured that or what, but apparently that's true. The tallest corn plant ever measured was 48 feet tall. So before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor. New on CDN. Singing talent shows have been popular ever since American Idol came onto the scene, but have become stagnant since. We have an answer to that. Introducing Bird on a Wire, the show where singers have to balance on a tight wire while getting shot at with paintball guns. The object is to get to your song before you fall, or the judges buzz you out. If you get buzzed out, you guessed it, you get pelted with paintballs. Bird on a wire. How well can these birds sing? Now for the moment of truth. Smells like roasted corn with a tinge of vinegar, maybe even the jalapeno, and even butter. So it does smell like Mexican street corn. It's fascinating. I don't know. So it is yellow in color. I'd expect that with corn being the number one ingredient. I assume since this does have sugar in it, I assume it's going to have a sweet taste. But I'm going to be looking for all those notes as far as like jalapeno, butter, and this is a thick sauce, but it's quite viscous. Since it's made with jalapeno, I expect it to not be that hot of a sauce. Well, here we go. Cheers. You taste the jalapeno immediately. A little bit of the vinegar, but you taste the corn as well. This is a very interesting and unique sauce. It does have a good kick to it. It is like a medium. I did not expect that from jalapeno. The burn's immediately on the tip of the tongue, but very tasty sauce. You get a good tang from the lemon. You can taste the corn. You can even taste the chunks of the corn in the sauce. You can taste the jalapeno. From a heat standpoint, I'm going to give it a middleweight because for most people, this is going to be a middleweight. And the heat dissipates pretty quickly because jalapeno burns quick and goes away. What would I put this on? Well, if I wanted to spice up a cup of elote, I would use this, definitely. You know, anything corn-based, corn on the cob. As far as Mexican food and pizza, though, because it is such a unique flavor profile, I would be really reluctant. Now, that's just me personally because I'm not the biggest fan of corn on everything. Like people, like I hate Southwest style shit. Like I hate that corn and black beans on everything. I hate that shit, but that's just me. Yeah, I mean, you see on Mexican food, you'd have to be very careful what you put this on, but because I think it is a niche. It is a bit of a niche sauce because of the corn, but it is very flavorful. I will try to use this. I'm kind of wondering if you would put this on popcorn, how it would be. Maybe too much corn? Too corny? I don't know. I think this is one you'd have to experiment on. Off the top of my head, I couldn't say like what it immediately pairs with. And it's not that sweet. Also, that's a plus side because a lot of times corn can be really sweet, and the fact that this has sugar added into it, it's not that sweet. It's a good balance. So would I buy this sauce? I will use this sauce, but again, it's not something that I would go out of my way to purchase, but I saw a sauce made with corn. I've never seen that before, so I had to try it. Next week, we'll be reviewing a sauce named High River Sauce Tears of the Sun Special Reserve. Until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.